Okay, what's up, traders? Happy happy Tuesday. We'll see what we do get at the moment today on stream, but we'll go over a couple of things. Obviously, go check out the Go Champ tournament that I've been speaking about, sponsored by the CME Group. But we're going to speak about markets at the moment. And yeah, pretty interesting day right now. So let's get into it. Okay, let me see if I can get that going. Let's go like this. Okay, let's go like that. Just trying to see if I can get the if I can get the right. Let's go like this. Let's go like that. Let's go like this. Can get on the right day. Okay, let's go like this. Leave. Okay, continue. Okay, let's go to today's date. Just want to make sure I get in the competition before we go over it. So we're joining. Okay, enter terminal. Yeah, it's still saying 5 hours, guys. Look at that. Just left and rejoined. It's still saying it's coming up in 5 hours. So just let me know what I need to do. Okay, let's go like this. Can leave the tournament again. Let's go like that. I want to speak about the markets. Very, very interesting times right now where we are sitting at. Okay, enter terminal. Yeah, it's still giving me this, guys. Even for that link, Angad, that you sent, it's still giving me that. Yeah. Okay, so while we wait for that to go, let's speak about the markets right now. So ES and NQ both flashing hard overnight. I'm still flat today. Okay, so I'll click on it. Okay, perfect. I clicked on the link. Let's go like this. Okay, where do I go to enter afterwards? Must I leave and then re-enter? Perfect. So it still is in beta phase, so we'll get this up and going for the guys on stream. So perfect. I clicked on the link. Just let me know, and God, what to do from here. Go to calendar and challenges. Okay, so go dashboard, challenges. Okay, calendar, March 3rd, and then where do I click from here? I don't see any button to enter. Let me know on stream. Perfect. Yeah, okay, let me talk to the team. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I thought it wasn't just me. Okay, perfect. I'll use your account. Okay, let me use Ungod's account. I'll log in there. I just want to show you this tournament, and then we'll speak about markets, as I said. But yeah, I would be very, very careful of shorts right now. So markets dipped overnight. Yes, and NQ traded literally down the whole of the Asian session. So from ES's close until the pre-market lows, we're down over 120 points. What's very, very interesting is the DAX. The DAX is absolutely melting right now. So we are down on the DAX to the lows over 1,000 points. The DAX has actually reached the daily 200 EMA. So this white line coming across my screen is that daily 200 EMA. And I made a post on my Twitter account as well about the ES and the Nasdaq possibly reaching that daily 200 EMA. Now, this daily 200 EMA is that white line coming across my screen. We would still on ES need to move another 200 points or so to reach those lows. But I would be very, very careful of shorts right now at this level. Okay, let's just get that account up and then I can go like this. Okay, let's just use Unguard's account. Yeah, use real account for today. Perfect. I'm just trying to go to the password and that. There we go. And I would like to take a long here at the moment as we are moving higher. So let's go like that. We can maybe scalp for a couple of points. But very, very interesting price action. We can actually see NVIDIA was trading very, very down overnight. We gapped down like literally like 3%, 2%, and now we are starting to climb back up. So I am interested in potential longs at this level. So let's go like this. Let's go to Angad, and then let's go like this. Okay, copy. Let's go like that. Okay, perfect. Signed in. Okay, perfect. How was your trading today, Angad? How is everyone's trading here been so far today? So we got that. Let's play. Let's go like this. Okay, so let's see if we can find any longs. As I said, let's go my positions. I did want to buy. Let's go to the Nasdaq, MNQ. Let's go to the charts. Let's put on the candlesticks. Okay, and let's go to the 5-minute. So I was looking for some nice longs here. I'm going to probably enter two long positions off of that. I do like the longs above this level. So let's go like this. Okay. And let's go like that. Sorry. Where was it here? It was there. And let's buy 2 here. So you can see very, very nice price action today right now. NVIDIA and the indexes are trying to climb as well. So that should give some support to my long bias on the NASDAQ. If you also go, as I said, I'll even mention this in the chat. This is what I was looking at this morning for potential like a false breakout to the downside. But ES is bouncing quite heavily. This is what I was looking at from this perspective like that. Let's go like this. Okay. And I was speaking about it as well to a couple of the guys where we false breakout down and we start to move higher. I have seen this particularly on days where we start to really, really get now above VWAPs and the overnight, the overnight VWAP as well. So let's go like that. And let's make sure there. So how are you guys doing in the chat today? But yeah, I'm going to see if I can pick up some longs on the NASDAQ on this tournament-based account. On my normal account this morning, I'm still flat, as you can see. I haven't taken any trades. I've got a payout that's due with one of the prop firm accounts and just trying to stay focused on good quality setups on my other batch of FTMO accounts. I'm going to try some longs here on ES as well off of this level and see if we can move back off of the opening range high. So for the guys that are asking how I trade, I love to look at the opening range in VWAP. What we can see at the moment, we're trading above that New York session VWAP. I would have ideally like to get longs like this as we break through it. Something like that with a stop at the low. And obviously, I would still probably be holding runners on that trade. Would have probably cut some, but unfortunately, I didn't. So we're trying to pick a spot here off of these lows. Let's see if we actually can find some continuation here to the high side. Yeah, and got perfect. So as I say, go check out GoChamp, the tournament-based accounts. I think it's really, really cool, especially for new traders that are, want upside potential with very little downside as well. But yeah, I'm flat on my main accounts right now. As you can see, stay focused, trade the other batch of FTMO accounts, take my current payout, do not trade until that day. So I'm not going to trade that account. Do not trade that account. I should actually do not trade that account until that day because I have that payout that's due and I just don't want to give back unnecessarily, right? So ask your questions in the chat. But right now, I think I do like the longs as long as we stay above this opening range high. That's going to be my plan and play right now at the moment. If we don't hold, I'll obviously cut. But yeah, at the minute, just going to be taking it one good trade at a time. And as I said, yeah. I have been trading really, really consistently at the moment. So I'm not trying to give anything back unnecessarily, right? So that's my plan right now. With this competition-based account, obviously I can be a bit more aggressive. Cool. So as we get more guys in the chat here, as I said, I do like the longs, particularly on the NASDAQ right now, something like that where we can see. So GoChamp is the competition, Go Charting is the platform. It's a good question. Correct me if I'm wrong, Angad, but that is the main difference. Very, very big swings at the moment. And just as I said, like managing risk is very, very important. Yep, there we go. So that's, yeah, got it right. Yep, perfect. So we are looking really, really nice. We're coming off of we're trading above that main VWAP band as well. I can also let me get on my VWAPs too, so we can go. There's the Heiken-Ashi. But let's go like this. Got the imbalance charts on, so let's go like that candlestick. And again, as I said, we're trading above that opening range high. Let's see if I can actually put. Let's go like this. Let's go study indicators. Let's go orb. Opening range. I'm getting used to it. I wonder if there is an opening range. Doesn't look like there's an opening range indicator here, but that would definitely be something that I'm looking for. GoChamp competition run using the same powerful order flow market profile what Go Charting provides. In fact, you can access all premium tools and yep, nice. So as I said, I am trading now above the opening range and above the VWAPs, and I really, really do like that. Let's see what YM is actually doing. YM also extending now back above previous days lows. Okay, so that is obviously quite an interesting one. We are extending now into previous days range as well. We try to break out of it. Markets do three things at these levels from my experience. They break out. So previous day, I've spoken to you about the four levels that I look at: the previous day's highs, the previous day's lows. So markets do three things. And then the other two levels are pre-market highs and lows. I've spoken to you about those four levels, but markets do three things at these levels. They either break out, they consolidate, or they reverse. And right now we are getting a big kind of reversal of this here. I would see something like this happen on the NASDAQ, where we move back down to there and then higher like that. That's what I'll be liking at the moment on the indexes for sure. Yeah, long is above the orb high still in play. Perfect. Let's make sure we're up on this account right now. It is looking great for the longs, I must say. As I said, just trading above the VWAP and everything like that. So we are looking really, really good. Let's go like this. So I would look to target back at these highs here. I think we have moved quite, as I said, I'm getting in at a higher price than I would actually like on this trade. I would have liked to get in at about 493. We're trading back up at 640. The swings on this from low to high have been very, very big, like 350 points in an average, the average daily range has definitely picked up. The VIX is also trading above 22. When the VIX trades higher, we can definitely see bigger swings on the market, right? The VIX hasn't been at these levels since back in November. Remember when we had that massive sell-off day? Let's go to that daily time frame on the NASDAQ. Remember when we had that massive sell-off day on the 20th of November? We literally, from the high to the low, we were down 4% on that day. I mean, it was absolutely gigantic. I can actually go through to it. 20th of November. Let's go like this. October, November, 20th of November. There was it here. Look how this is an hourly time frame, but look how, again, we were up at these highs and we literally just dropped like 4% down, closed on the lows, 4.62%, over 1,000 points on the NASDAQ. So absolutely wild swings. And I think, when the VIX is trading higher, volatility is definitely there. So we are currently up on these trades, but I would like to target back at those highs. That is my plan. Okay. Any questions in the chat right now? As I said, I'm flat on my main accounts. I'm just trying to scalp on these competition-based accounts. Show you how I'm using them, how I'm executing on the platform. Let's go like this. There we go. We're getting a pop. So as I said, I definitely think back at those highs is a nice level to target. Back at those highs on the ES chart at 804, and then on NASDAQ would be 707, right? So I'm going to close out one of these positions. I'm going to close out ES. I actually prefer the movements on the NASDAQ. So let's see if an FNQ can continue to get back up towards those highs. As I said, it's about 700, which would be about 40 points higher. Very, very volatile swings right now on these markets. Let's go to a 15-minute time frame as well. You can change time frames over there. As you can see, I am buying it a little bit late up at these highs over there. Yep. So you can see when you do slow things down, I think also from my experience of trading as well, when you do work on the lower time frames, it does get traders to overtrade, and I think just keeping in the trade as well. Okay, yeah, get better on guard, 100%. Yeah, perfect. So as I said, targeting back at those highs at about 700 on the Nasdaq is what I would be looking for. Yep, there we go. So we're moving higher. I'm going to take that 90, 100 bucks, 97 bucks, and puts me up to 18 on the day. So I'm glad you're more than welcome. You have me with that. So we're up on the day right now on this account. Brilliant. So as I said, just a simple explanation on my trade there while I was looking for the scalp longs. We have taken out the New York session open VWAP. This is a 15-minute time frame. We've taken out the New York session open VWAP. Okay. And we're trading above the daily now too, back inside we're coming off of previous days lows. And as I said, those are key levels I look for: previous days highs and lows and pre-market highs and lows. So we're coming off of this quite aggressively. And I think if we do hold above this, we could see something like that. Now, markets have been moving very, very volatile. So you got to definitely just manage risk to the downside. I think on days like this is where traders actually end up blowing up, especially when markets have moved in two directions. You could have thought that once we sweep these lows over here, we continue moving down, and then we bounce immediately off that very, very hard. How can I become a profitable trader? What are the essential things I need to learn? What knowledge should I gain to achieve profitability? Are there specific courses available for this? Yeah, you can check at the Learning Center, okay, with GoChamp. But I think the main things that I would say in terms of profitable trading, you need to know how markets move. You need a basic understanding of technical analysis. And then everything after that, once you've been in the markets, like I've been trading 9 years, you need to understand the psychological aspect of it. So obviously you have to understand risk and everything like that. But then after that, it's really just comes down to your psyche. So you can check out the learning processes over here with GoChamp. Okay, let's copy that. So go check these out. And then after that, it all comes down to literally the psychological aspect of things. Once you've been in the markets for, right? So, yeah. Does that make sense what I've just explained over there? Also, I think another big one, and there's NASDAQ reaching that 700 level where I said I'll take off. I got out about 690, so we'll take that. But I think once you've been in the markets for quite some time, there's no point trying to overcomplicate anything. But yeah, 100%. I've also got my live streams, so make sure to follow my social media accounts too. These streams are pretty chilled, just showing you live trading on the GoChamp platform. And then also make sure to follow my social media accounts. You can stream live with me every single day. Make sure you follow me all across my socials as well, right? Get weekly, you get my email updates. I've got my Instagram, YouTube, everything like that. So make sure you are following me on those accounts as well. So there we go. We scalped up to the highs. Now, I want to actually, on this account, I told you I'm going to be quite aggressive on it. I've shown you about what to look at, but I think a good explanation of this is not also to overtrade. I think overtrading, and I was mentioning the lower time frames, can actually kill traders personally. So, not looking to be over aggressive on those too, right? So, yeah, that is actually a big one in terms of traders blowing up. There's just over trading that you don't need to trade every single day to make money. Look at my month last month. Let's go like this. Let's go to, let's look at my year to date. Look at this. You don't need to trade every single day to make money. I haven't traded January. I didn't trade every single day, made 18K. February, I didn't trade every single day and I was down. I was on the road, as I've spoken about, 4K. This month, I had a great trading day yesterday, and I'm up. And I got a payout coming with a prop firm, FTMO, which is also going to get me on the scaling plan. Look at that. So you don't need to trade every single day to make money. Know what you're capable of, and stick to that. That's my opinion on that. Good question, though. Good question. Gold coming down today. This is a 50-minute time frame. We've actually been very, very, big sell-off here on gold. Actually, I think if you go to the gold chart, yeah, we're down 4% today. Look at this. We're down 4% today. Now, I don't trade gold too often. It is something that I probably do want to look at more often. But gold is down quite heavily off the highs. So you could probably find shorts here in the New York session. But yeah, we're down very, very big. And that gold run does sometimes catch traders. I'm also doing a course in data science and data. This will be practical for my trading. Yes, it will. Data and that in your trading is very, very big. I use data every single day in my trading. Let me just log into this account. Okay, let me log in. Let's go like that. I use data every single day in my trading. So I think definitely is practical, 100%. There we go, the screener. So this basically gives me what I'm looking at in terms of, or what I should be looking at in terms of longs or shorts. Today is mainly predominantly bearish. It's not, obviously with what happened pre-market, it's no coincidence. And we also did sell off into the open. Yesterday we were down pre-market and then bounced quite heavily. But today we actually came down as well, hard into the open too. Yep. So we've got a few people watching the lives. And as I said, in terms of your actual trading, you don't need, I think a lot of traders also find themselves trying to overtrade, catch every single move in the market. And it's something actually that I can actually bring up here. So I've taken many, many courses in trading. I think that, you can never stop learning. An interesting one over here. Let's bring this up over here like that. I just want to bring this up. Let's go wait for it to load. And I can bring it up on stream here. Documents. Let's go like this. Okay, let's go like that. Let's go. It's a guy named by Stacy Burke. Let's go like this. Okay, let's go like that. Let's bring it up. And what he actually speaks about was very, very, where is it? Like there we go. So it was in, while most traders lose, to page 22. Let's go to that. Okay. While most traders lose, let's go like this, like that. Okay, many traders have the knowledge, skill, and technical ability to succeed trading the markets. Most retail traders consider themselves successful if they don't lose. They have a solid trading plan, yet when they go on the live screen, they don't do anything close to what their trading plan calls for. Self-sabotage, indecision, impatience, uncertainty, FOMO, YOLO, all of that type of stuff. But why is it then that most traders lose money over time? I can't speak for anyone else than myself, and this is what I found myself doing as well. And my experiences, I think there are multiple reasons, but one of the main reasons I was inconsistent for so long was what I call garbage trading. Garbage trading is 50-50 trading. We've all heard the phrase, all traders trades are 50-50. Nothing could be further from the truth. Getting into the market because I thought it was moving in a direction and I wanted to catch the move and get some pips, I'd usually be wrong and get stopped out. This type of trading leads traders in a direction that reinforces bad behavior. Garbage trading is why most traders will lose and never be consistently profitable. They think that eventually, with enough hard work and technical study, they'll figure it out and be able to catch every move in the market. Listen to that. Exactly what I was speaking about earlier. You don't need to catch every single move in the market. You don't. You'll never get to a point in your trading where you can catch every single move in the market. It just is the truth. And unfortunately, it is never going to be, you're never going to know enough to be able to do that. The market can stay irrational more than you can stay solvent, right? Garbage trading is what gets most traders into emotional, impulsive, and irrational trading. You can't control what the markets are going to do, but you can control what you're going to do. So this is, again, I think so many people that always think that there's some holy grail trading system. Garbage trading is why most traders will lose and never be consistently profitable. They think that eventually, with enough hard work and technical study, they'll figure it out and be able to catch every move in the market. You don't. You don't know what you don't know, so stay out of it. Thought I would share that with you guys on stream today. Yeah, 100%. Ashley's watching. Good to have you guys on. Yeah. Appreciate you guys being on. Do you stick to a bouquet of instruments, and how many is it too many? I mainly trade the US indexes and a little bit of the DAX. I do trade individual stock names as well, but mainly swing trade those. But from a day trading perspective, mainly just the NASDAQ, S&P 500, the Dow, and the DAX. That's what I focus on. And then, as I said, I will swing trade individual stock names as well, right? To the high side or downside. What made them choose over currencies? Good question, Bruce. I traded currencies for many years. In fact, actually a lot. And a lot of years, 5 years, in fact. I just found that the indexes and that provide more opportunities. Just the volatility. Stocks are, mainly the most traded assets in the world. So stock indexes, obviously. But yeah, that I traded currencies for many years. Are the indexes less volatile? No, indexes are more volatile. Definitely more volatile. Indexes they will move a lot more simply because if you see a currency pair, like let's actually go and show you. If you see a currency pair, like let's look at a currency pair today. Okay, you can actually see that a currency pair, the biggest currency pair today has been AUD USD and NZD USD. They've moved over 1.1% today. Now that's massive. Whereas you see stocks, look at this: 3% on Tesla, 2% on Nvidia. You constantly see them moving a lot more. Let's go to other stock and like look at this. AMD 4%, Robinhood 4%, Palantir. So you see stocks moving a lot more, and it provides more opportunity than the currencies, in my opinion. So that's my answer to that, if that makes sense, Bruce. Good questions, though. Very, very good questions. As I said, I've been doing this 9 years, and I've had to learn from my mistakes. Make sure to go check out the GoChamp tournament. I'm trying it out. You guys should too. It's free, right, with the upside potential. So yeah, it is in beta stage at the moment, but yeah. Yes, now coming off of this opening range high, I would like something like this to happen where we move down into it like that. You guys enjoy the psychological talk where I speak like this on what I've just spoken about in the chat? So I would like something like this where we move down and high like that. That would be my play, right? But yeah, we'll see what happens. I actually haven't been trade copying more in recent times. I've actually been focused on just trading one account per time, and that's also actually helped me. I think a lot of traders, especially in this prop trading game, have been try and copy trade a lot, and I think if you have one bad day, it can really mess you up. So yeah. So gold moving down. See what oil's actually doing today. Oil has been gapped up quite heavily today on the day. Oil's actually up 6% right now, as we can see. I'm gonna try another little scalp long here on the Nasdaq and ES off of this level. Let me actually do this. Try another little scalp on it. Let's go to Nasdaq. It's part 2 off of that level. See if we can get some high side continuation. Yeah. Do you think the indexes have topped out and starting to bear cycle? It could. I mean, I was speaking about it earlier where we could definitely be coming. Let's go to the daily time frame. Daily. And let's just look at the 200 EMA. Now you should be able to add the EMA exponential moving average. Oh, no. Let's go like that. And we can go like this. Let's delete that. Let's go to settings. Yeah, let's close. And then let's go 200 and apply. So the 200 moving average, there we go. So we are coming back down to it on ES. We could definitely see that fall a lot more. I had my 200 EMA a little bit lower, but yeah, data science concepts can help with trading 100%. So yeah, I mean, we could be in a bearish cycle. However, we have been trading in this massive range since the start of November. So again, something that I will always say, it's better to react rather than predict. Let's go back to a 15-minute. I was liking a little bit of a bounce there on it. Let's turn off the let's hide that. Yeah. So it's liking this little bit of a bounce. We'll see if we can get some continuation to the high side. The war should impact inflation, which needs to show rate cuts a negative impact on stocks. None know when this Iran saga will end. Correct. And that's why, again, you don't want to predict, you want to react to what's happening in front of you. That's always going to be what I believe in. It's hard to predict markets. Very, very hard, but you can react and see what's happening in front of you. So in this little bit of a scalp long, we'll see what we do get here. Market profile, volume 1, other what's plot on the chart. So this is Unguard's charts, my charts, which I unfortunately don't have up there, but I can show you here. I have the opening range. So there's, again, 4 levels that I look at: previous days highs, previous days lows, pre-market highs, and pre-market lows. Okay, the pre-market highs and pre-market lows I normally just plot out like this on my charts. Okay, like that. And I use the opening range and VWAP. Opening range, VWAP, and those levels. And then along with my edge full screener, the data I like to use, that's what I look at. Sell the rallies might be the new daily strategy. Correct. It could potentially be. But I am in these longs here that I do like. So we'll see how we can manage this. There we go. We're up $50. So I might just close that out, just showing how you can execute trades like this. Let's exit. My Wi-Fi is being a little bit slow here at the moment. So you can actually exit all positions. And my Wi-Fi is lagging a little bit. My screen's lagging, I can see. How can access this? Any basic videos available to us? We are new to the platform. Yep. As I said, the Learning Center. I might actually put through, I'll probably come join the streams every single day and I can actually show you what I'm actually looking at in terms of the orb and VWAP, and that Ungod has his volume profile and that he looks at. Let's see if I actually refresh the screen. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is just being a little bit slow here at the moment. But there is that Learning Center. Okay. Okay, wow. So it actually flipped on me. So yeah. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is lagging a little bit. Dollar strength has been obliterated by all other currencies today, even the JPY and CHF. Does VWAP strategy work on currencies too as a dynamic point of interest? What makes it so powerful? Yeah. So VWAP is pretty simple like that. You can use it on the indexes. I should be up on this position. Oh, what's showing me? Did I push sell by accident? There you go. So that's why you always gotta be yeah, I actually meant to hit buy. So let's buy two. There you go. I meant to buy two actually. Interesting. But that's why you always got to manage risk, right? You never know what stuff like that can happen. But yes, you can check out that Learning Center. I did put it through in the chat there. Let's try and find it earlier. So if you go look at earlier in the chat in the comments, the Learning Center. But again, come join the streams here every single day and you will be able to see how I trade and why I do trade, how I do. There we go. So you can see I was mentioning that I wanted to pull back and maybe a move higher like that. So we can actually go like this. Let's go to the ES chart like that. Let's go to the 50-minute again. So ES is, let's buy two there like that as well. See if we can get some continuation to the high side as well on that. Oh, it actually did close me out for a win. Sorry, I don't know why. Yeah, trades. Yeah, not what was showing like that, but anyway. Yeah, so go check it out. Learn. How do you differ from VWAP? So Bollinger Bands will be looking for, extended moves outside of the mean, basically. I don't use them too much in my trading. This is Ungod's chart at the moment. As I said, I mainly use the orb, VWAPs, and those levels. That's what I use to trade every single day. And then as I said, as well as the data, right? What are your conditions for an entry? Good question. I like bounces off of VWAP. So we kind of pinned that there. That would be a nice entry. Fortunately, my Wi-Fi was lagging a little bit. But yeah, if we are trading above VWAP, okay, and above the orb high, which we're doing right now, I like bounces off of VWAP to take long. If we're trading below it, let's go like this. If we are trading below it like this, we could see bounces off of, let's go to a lower time frame like that. If we are looking for bounces to the downside, we're trading below opening range low, below VWAPs. I'm looking for scalps here to the downside like that. And that would be a nice little move to the downside like that, 100 points. Very, very volatile markets right now. Okay, so moves off of VWAP in the direction using the orb as well, the opening range high and opening range low. So that is my conditions for entry. Now we are kind of bouncing off of VWAP at the moment, as you can see. Okay, we didn't really touch it too much, but that's what I am looking for at the moment. That is my conditions for entries. Good questions. Does that make sense? What I've just said. I don't know why. Look, yeah, it's not actually updating my. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what it is, but yeah. But let me know if those conditions for entry make sense. As I said, I'm still flat on my main accounts right now. So let's go to my day. You can see I started off Monday in March with a great trading day. February was really, really nice away from the desk. Just focus on one account with sizing down on it. And then start off the year really, really nicely. So yeah, it's been a good start to the year so far. And I'll continue to build on this momentum and not chasing anything. As I said, I don't need to be in a trade every single day. Yep. How do you trade the orb? Shark, good to have you on. So as I said, the orb I like to use with VWAP. So right now we're trading above the orb high. Okay. And I've got VWAP. Now we prices above VWAP. I'm going to be looking for longs up using my levels as well. We're coming off of the previous day's lows. So above VWAP, above orb, looking for longs, below VWAP and below orb, looking for shorts. Try to keep it as simple as possible. Obviously, there's market experience and years that I've been doing this as well that, I come into other like fundamental aspects, stuff like that too. But from a basic perspective, that's what really I'm looking for. Let me know if that makes sense, Shark. Cool. So on this account, I'm up to 86 right now on the tournament based account. At the moment, I do like the longs into the rest of the day. Right now, we are showing strength at those VWAPs, so I'm going to continue looking for that into the rest of the day. In terms of gold and everything like that, let's see what Bitcoin's actually doing. So Bitcoin's been trading lower too. I thought it would have sold off quite a bit more, but obviously we haven't. But yeah, that's essentially how I do trade using the orb. We've got a couple minutes left here, guys. We'll see what we do. Look, I still like the longs on the NASDAQ off of the orb higher. We can definitely maybe look for a next leg higher. I'll be looking from a larger time frame perspective as long as we hold above the daily VWAP here, back into these highs at 25K. That will obviously be quite a big move higher. But that's going to be my play right now. Is just trying to hold these longs until the rest of the trading day on this account. Vanguard, right? So we'll hopefully get mine up in the next bit as well. How many minis markers you usually trade and what are your risk parameters? Does potential exit determine where you enter? Yeah, of course. So with futures, you have to find your sizing. I personally mainly actually trade CFDs. I do trade futures as well, but with the CFDs, you can obviously calculate your risk a lot easier. But in terms of the futures, even when I am trading the prop firm accounts with futures, I'm mainly trading macros. I don't think, unless you've got a large drawdown balance, minis can be sometimes a little bit too much. But I like trading between 10 and 15 macros on ES and NQ. Right, NQ, obviously, the tick value is a lot more. But you got to find out what your drawdown limits are. You know, I don't really like going with with small stop loss sizing. I normally go with a little bit wider stops, particularly in this market environment. So, yeah. What's your preferred entry time frame? I like the 5 minute, 5 and 15. So we're coming back down here. I might want to close this and see if we can actually get a re-entry or actually protect profits. Oh, that should exit. There we go. So my Wi-Fi is back up to speed. Yeah. So as I said, like just showing you the entries and exits on this account. Unfortunately, this is on OnGuard's account. Mine's not really working today at the moment. But yeah, that is my preferred entry, is above orb, above VWAP, look for longs, and vice versa for the shorts. Now we are coming back down into a nice area of potential buying on the NASDAQ and ES charts as well. As I said, I think for the longs, you want it to be in as we break that daily VWAP. You could go something like this. With you break the New York session and the daily, you could go something like that, stop at the lows, and you're getting up a nice piece. Now, even my risk reward ratio, right? If you have a look at my risk reward ratio this year, it actually hasn't been like, I don't trade from a day trading perspective. I don't trade with a massive risk reward ratio, 0.39, under 0.5, but I got a really, really high win rate at 88.5%. My swing trades, I'll go for higher RR, but my day trades, I'm going for short, quick scalps. Yeah, 100% shock. Where you from in South Africa, bro? I'm in KZN side. Cool. Let's go back to that 15-minute. We can actually see how we are respecting that at the moment. So again, that is another nice play. This is another nice area to be looking to buy on the NASDAQ. So you could buy 2 year like that. Try a scalper back up to the highs. But obviously, because we're above the orb now, above VWAPs, you'll be looking for pullbacks like this to get long. How many losing trades would you call it a day and reset? How do you have which one day has gone against you? Yeah, that's also another good question. Normally for me, if I've had like 2 to 3 losing trades in a row, maybe I'm not seeing the markets well, maybe I'm not in sync with the markets, and I need to call it a day. I think also knowing when to call it a day is very, very important. So that's another good question. Managing drawdown. I have daily loss limits. Something that helped me a lot in my trading was having those daily loss limits in place. I think a lot of traders can actually make money trading, but this is what their P&L will look like. They'll have 4 days where they make $100, and they'll on the 5th day, last day of the trading week, or 1 day in the trading week, they'll lose $600 in 1 day, and be down $200 on the week. But they've actually had 4 winning days and 1 losing day. But that 1 losing day wipes all of your gains out for the week. And if you can stop that, you actually give yourself a much better opportunity to make money long term. So as I said, I think just from my perspective as well, I've got a payout coming next week. I'm going to a different batch of prop firm accounts. I still trade always my personal cash account, but I'm going to a different batch of prop firm accounts. I have this payout coming next week, and I'm just going to stay focused on the other accounts for now, personal cash and other FTMO accounts. I've actually reached their scaling plan. I just need to wait for the time period to end, and then they'll put me in a good position to have a good end of Q1. Obviously, Q1 is January, February, March. Q2, April, May, June. So ending off Q2 with a great position with this payout and continuing to scale up. My name is Bruce too. It's not James asking himself questions. Yeah. That's funny, Bruce. Yeah. So let's go like that. So as I said, I would like these longs to bounce back up to that half day. But yeah, we'll close it up shop here in the next couple of minutes. It's been some great questions. I'm live here with the team every single day at 12 Eastern time. Make sure you do join me. I'm going to be live on my live stream now in the next bit. As I said, go follow all my social media accounts. My next live stream is going to be on ASFX TV. Just wrapping up the day. You can get the link in my bio as well, but I'll be live here for free on my YouTube channel every single day too. So I appreciate you guys' time. Make sure to go follow my socials, and yeah, we will see you guys there. I actually close this position out. We'll reevaluate and see what happens from there. So go to check out the competition-based account too. It's been a great start to the year. No trades for me on my main accounts today. As I said, I've got that payout coming next week, so I've switched over to a new batch of accounts. And yeah, I appreciate you guys' time as always. And yeah, have a good rest of the trading day. I hope that these live streams are helping you guys make better trading decisions. And yeah, we'll see you guys all on tomorrow, same time, 12 Eastern time. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. And just one more reminder, it is NFP this week. So yeah, keep your wits about you, manage risk, and we'll see you guys all then. Cheers.